quality talent to the world scene, but then making it to the World Cup has been not possible for all this long. But then this year they are going back to the World Cup after 52 years. This means that after 52 years, to those of you that were around, I believe you're old now, DRC Congo has been indeed very good. Very good, I can say. Even the recent AFCON that we had in Morocco, the bookmakers looked at DRC Congo as one of the favorites to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but then they did their part. Perhaps they were waiting to give all in the World Cup. A very good day to you all, my lovely viewers. I greet you in the name of the Lord. Today is the 1st of April 2026, and of course a lot is happening around the world. As you know very well, the war is going on between Iran, US and Israel, and it has automatically affected everyone wherever you are. If it hasn't affected you, just stand by, it is coming. It is so sad for all the vehicle owners and all the drivers, because now the fuel prices are almost double. I don't know where you're watching this video from, but then the prices of the fuel are becoming double, irrespective of whether you're using petrol or you're using diesel. The prices are indeed getting up. So in that sense, we just pray that at least there comes an end to the war, because if it is happening in Iran, it is automatically affecting us. Just look at me, I'm in Africa, but then now I'm a victim. To those that are using public transport, of course, if it has not started, very soon it will start, whereby they will make hikings in the prices. The journey that you are traveling for maybe R1 or wherever you are, I don't know, like one money. I believe you're watching from different places. Just imagine if you're traveling for R1 and then they tell you that you have to travel for 1.5 rands. So it makes it miserable for almost everybody who is who look not to be concerned about what is going in the war. Previously, I've done very many videos telling you people, actually the Gyenvudde media community, that this war, much as it is happening in Iran and against US and Israel, it affects us directly in a way that once the prices of the fuel fluctuate, definitely when you go to the shop, wherever you go to buy whatever you want to buy, the hiking will be felt. So this is inevitable. What is happening in Iran, it's gonna happen. Oh, not necessarily that it's gonna happen. Whatever is happening in Iran is happening here, but then we shall feel it directly in a way that the prices will come up. Since it's the start of the month, I believe we are looking for the possible ways to go for our bills, whatever we pay, whatever we do, wherever we are staying. The business owners, I believe you're into the time whereby you have to pay the rent. Lucky for those that are working in their own properties, but then those that are not working their own properties, the landlord or the invoice will be coming your way very soon. I pray to those that haven't got the money yet, that by God's grace, things will happen and you will indeed get wherever you need. Today, unlike other days, I've come with good news. I've come with good news. And this good news is in the football fraternity. Yes. As Africans, personally I'm a Ugandan, but as Africans, I'm happy for Democratic Republic of Congo, because they indeed qualified for the World Cup 2026 that will be hosted in USA and Mexico. A very big congratulations to DRC National Football team. I really enjoyed the way you did your things. From history, this is the second time DRC is going for the World Cup. Very many teams, very many nations have not qualified even once. Yeah, that is true. Even personally, where I come from, we haven't qualified for any World Cup. Actually, the best thing that we have ever done in football is to become runners-up in the African Nations Cup. That's all. And it was way back, if not mistaken, it was in the 76 back then. So we're looking at DRC Congo, whereby they played indeed very, very, very good. And now that they are into the World Cup for the second time since 1974, a big congratulations to you all. If I was well fluent in French, I'll be saying all this in French. But then to all my brothers and sisters from DRC Congo, wherever you're listening to, wherever you look, you're seeing, you're watching from, wherever you are, bonjour, 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 bonjour. I greet you all. At least that's all I know in French. Bonjour to all my brothers and sisters from Congo. Your national team, indeed, they did a very wonderful job. Previously, like in the last edition of the World Cup, CAF was given only 5 slots, whereby it was only 5 teams that could qualify. But then, the World Cup that we are going to in this year, things have changed, whereby CAF was given 9 direct slots, whereby all the group leaders get a chance to participate into the World Cup 2026. And 1 slot that goes through the playoffs, and after the playoffs, yes, you can see if you can go to the intercontinental playoffs. Then from there, whoever qualifies go straight to the World Cup. So let me pass you through the journey of DRC Congo. To those of you that remember very well, DRC Congo has been indeed very good. Very good, I can say. Even the recent AFCON that we had in Morocco, the bookmakers looked at DRC Congo as one of the favorites to win the Africa Cup of Nations. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but then they did their part. Perhaps they were waiting to give all in the World Cup, and they indeed did that very, very well. So remember very well, the 9 groups of AFCON World Cup qualifiers ended whereby DRC Congo finished second behind the group leaders, and that was Senegal. If you remember very well, you could be knowing that. So when DRC Congo was second behind Senegal, remember, for those that had to go into the playoff, because remember we have the +1, whereby it is all our effort. If we do very well, yes, we are able to go for that slot. So after the World Cup qualifiers for AFCON finished, the 4 teams that were second placed in the groups went into a mini tournament. I'll call it a mini tournament because it was only 4 teams, and that was Gabon, if you remember very well, Gabon, DRC Congo, Cameroon, and Nigeria. So those 2 teams they played against each other, and for the case of DRC Congo played Cameroon on the semi-finals. And if you remember very well, that mini tournament was there in Morocco, where we had the AFCON, the recently concluded AFCON. So DRC Congo faced Cameroon, and then Nigeria played against Gabon. when Nigeria faced Cameroon, yeah, you saw what happened. No, actually, when Nigeria faced Gabon, they qualified to the finals, and when DRC Congo played Cameroon, they also went to the finals. So it was then we went into the finals because if you remember very well, the match between Cameroon and DRC Congo ended 1-0 in favor of DRC Congo. Then, meaning that DRC Congo was going to play the final facing Nigeria. Of course, you know Nigeria came second behind South Africa in their group, CAF World Cup qualifiers. So we saw that Nigeria has been prominent in the World Cup, and perhaps they could get a chance of being into the World Cup again. But then DRC Congo, they indeed prepared for this. And to those of you that watched this match, they played, actually it ended 1-1. Then they had to go into the penalties. It was very tight between DRC Congo and Nigeria. At the end, Nigeria scored 3 penalties and Congo scored 4 penalties. After that, that means that for CAF mini tournament for the World Cup, it was DRC Congo that were supposed to go into the intercontinental playoffs, whereby DRC Congo was drawn against Jamaica. Ask me what happened yesterday. Yesterday, it was a match whereby DRC Congo was playing Jamaica, and it was very, very much anticipated that maybe the Jamaicans can knock us out into these playoffs. But then, with God, everything is very much possible. Trust me. Congo played, wow, I can say, what a nice display Congo national team gave us yesterday. Yesterday, Congo, in the first 90 minutes, it ended 0-0. But then, they did all their best in extra times. In the extra time, boom, a defender came from nowhere and then scored a goal, meaning it was 1-0. So from 1-0 in favor of Congo means Congo qualifies for the World Cup for the second time since 1974. What does that mean? It means that in the 48 countries that will be participating in the World Cup 2026 that will be hosted in USA and Mexico, 10 teams are from Africa. So it means that CAF comes second with 10 teams after UEFA with 16 teams. Meaning that actually this alone it can communicate, and I believe it can communicate. It has a message. The message in that after Europe, it is CAF, or it is Africa that has the best performance when it comes to football. I know some of you may not believe this, or some of you may not buy this idea, but then the statistics shows this edition of the World Cup that has 48 teams, 10 teams are from CAF, that is Africa, and then 16 teams come from Europe, that is UEFA. So meaning that after Europe, it is Africa that has the best football structures. Perhaps, yes. Yeah, you may like it, you may not like it. But then, this is how things are. To those of you who were around, and to those of you who got deep into the history of football, DRC Congo last participated in the World Cup in 1974, and those are 52 years since then. Since then, DRC Congo has given us a good performance in Africa, whereby you know very well they have the CAF, they have the AFCON twice, but then on the international level, of course, they've been giving good quality talent to the world scene, but then making it to the World Cup has been not possible for all this long. But then this year, they are going back to the World Cup after 52 years. This means that after 52 years, to those of you that were around, I believe you're old now, yeah, to those of you that were around and they were following the football in the best way possible. Because if you remember very well, the last time DRC participated in the World Cup, of course, was 1974, and by then it was called Zaire. Zaire, which is, of course, DRC Congo. So it's the same thing. And that tournament was in Germany. Oh, Germany. By then it was West Germany, but then Germany made a unification. For those of you that read the history, there was a unification by then, and then now it's called Germany. But by that time it was West Germany. I can say the first time DRC Congo participated in the World Cup, things were not very well. Because if you remember, no, I don't think you remember. If you went into the history of what happened, they were placed between against Scotland, Brazil, and Yugoslavia, and in that tournament, DRC Congo, which is Zaire, which is DRC Congo now, recorded the biggest defeat of 9-0 against Yugoslavia. Yeah, if you go deep, you can say, oh wow, that was very bad. In that tournament, of course, they came last because they lost all the matches. Yeah, they lost all the matches in the group, and I can say it was a matter of participation. So in that group, whereby they were facing Brazil, Scotland, and Yugoslavia, they eventually did nothing because they lost all the matches. And having lost all the matches, they had to come back. They had to pack and come back home. Then they tried to participate in the best way possible. So in this edition, whereby the World Cup has 48 teams, DRC Congo is placed in Group K, and they have opponents of Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. So we're looking at Portugal, which I could say they have one of the best or best player in the world, that is Cristiano Ronaldo. So we're looking at DRC Congo facing Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. I think, unlike the last edition where DRC Congo participated, this time round DRC Congo can, to the material they have, the talent they have, I think they can go through the group stages. That is my thought. I believe, because from history tells us the last time they participated, they lost all the matches with the biggest defeat. But then this time round, against Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia, don't I think that DRC Congo this time round can do much better than than their performance in the last edition where they participated? I'm one person who believes that this team, the DRC team, is very good. very good unless things happen, because we are yet to see. Since today it is the 1st of April, roughly have 2 months to the World Cup, to the start of World Cup, because you all know that by 11 June, yeah, that will be the kick of the World Cup. So after 2 months and the preparation they had, the exhibition they had in the AFCON, in the World Cup qualifiers, and now they are into the World Cup, and we are left with 2 months. I think the coach, Sebastian Disabli, actually we had that guy in Uganda some time back, but perhaps we didn't see the need, the quality that guy had. Now we're looking at him in the World Cup. Can you imagine? This guy is into the World Cup. I believe that Sebastian Disabli, with his team, they can make a good performance into the World Cup against Portugal, against Uzbekistan, against Colombia. I think we have a chance of going through the group stages. That is my thought. I don't know how things will unfold, but then I'm one person who believes that Congo can do something better. I believe Congo can do something very better. So I won't be here for so long, my good friends from Congo and all the football lovers and all Africans who are happy, because there are those, I believe there are those that won't be happy that Congo qualified for the World Cup. The likes of the opponents that they played, but then as Africa, I believe we should embrace this, because having 10 teams in the AFCON, having 10 teams in the World Cup, I think indeed it is a blessing. From 5 teams, and we double the number and we take all the slots given to us, I think as Africa, we've done a great job to see our teams being into the final tournament of the World Cup 2026 with 10 teams. Wow, indeed, that is a very good. Once again, congratulations to the DRC Congo national team. Your efforts, everything, the technical team, the players, and everyone who made it possible to the World Cup, I salute. You really did a great job. I'm one of the people that are so happy. My team did make it to the World Cup, but then I'm so happy that DRC Congo made it to the final tournament of the World Cup. I'm extremely very happy. I have very many friends that are coming from Congo. I have very many people that I know that are from Congo. So I think this message finds you in good spirit. I pray that we see a good performance in the World Cup come June 2026, just a few months from now. Actually, next month is May. Then after May, we're gonna be in June. Very soon, we're gonna see what the DRC Congo has for us. I believe you're enjoying your time wherever you are. I sign out. I remain Muzukulu Ankali from Gyenvudde Media. Have a peaceful, wonderful day. Sabasajja Kabaka Awangale. Long live our king. Yeah, that is Nje. Long live our king. My lovely people, I sign out today. I wish you a very nice, good day ahead of you. Enjoy your day to the fullest. Bye-bye.